Fiesta Days are here, and we're back at our favorite home away from the studio, Ream's Western Wear.
We love it here, and you're going to love our Fiesta Days topic.
We've got a fashion show and our Fiesta Days rodeo queen.
And some live music with Whitney Lusk.
We're so excited. Let's get this rodeo started. Welcome to Ream's Western Wear, our Fiesta Days home for studio chatter. Thank you, Emma, for sneaking us into the store. Say hello to Emma Williams.
Hey.
Thanks for letting us barge in again.
I know. We loved it last year. We wanted to film every episode here. Remember that?
Yeah.
At the end, we're like, this should be our new home.
Exactly. Pete, can we move here?
No.
Emma, how's the first year been?
Really good.
Has it been exactly a year now?
It has been just a little bit over a year. We opened in February last year, so just over a year. And it's been so good. So good, yes. Yeah, we've had a ton of growth. Fiesta Days is crazy, but good crazy.
Yes.
Really good crazy.
Well, that's why we chose to come back, because there's no place better to film at Ream.
To represent it, right?
Right?
Yeah. This has all the goods that you need to go to the rodeo.
It does. It has. We have everything you need to be outfitted for the entire family. Yeah.
That's fun. Has anything changed over the year that you've tweaked or added? Or
not a whole lot. We do have a few more hats. Some that are a little open crowned with the hat shaping and stuff. That's gotten really, really big. So that's good.
That's going to be exciting. We'll get to see that later on.
So
fun.
That's really fun.
I mean, obviously, it's like rodeo season, summertime. Are there high points or low points, or is it cowboy season all the time?
You know, it kind of is all the time.
Okay.
And I think that everybody just is really embracing the Western trend right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever goes out of style.
Yeah.
I would agree.
It's always cute.
I loved opening my Fiesta Days magazine, which most of our viewers, I'm sure, have looked at. And I know the mayor's picture was taken out front by Pete Hansen with Amber. And then the rodeo royalty was also out front, right?
They were. Yeah. It's so cute out there. If you haven't went out there and checked it out, you really should.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
That's an initial draw right off Main Street, right by the fairgrounds.
It is. It's super cute.
Yep.
So.
Thanks for outfitting us as well. We love our shirts.
Yes. Tell us about these shirts.
So this is the new Fiesta Days shirt for this year. We actually did a little research this year. We contacted Lane down at J-Mart. And he got us the picture. This is an original picture from the very first Fiesta Days. And this is the first winning saddle bronc ride of Fiesta Days ever.
That is really cool.
Wow. Which, if I did the math right, is from 1942. So,
and they didn't have the cameras we have back now. So that's an amazing shot.
Right? It's really good, right?
And I love that he's kept that history for us all this time.
Yeah,
and you can see the arena in the back. Like, it was just small.
It was just nothing. He said that there wasn't even stands or anything. So.
Oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine.
Fun.
Kind of makes you roll back in time, right?
Right.
How lucky we are that it's just continued this tradition.
Yeah. So we thought that'd be really fun, and so far it's been a hit.
And you're offering them in 3 colors, I saw.
3 colors. So we have this color that you guys have on. There is a white, and then there is kind of like a baby blue kind of color. We also have them in youth sizes, so they go clear down to like a 4-5, and then up to 3-4X.
So is it unisex on up in the
unisex sizing all the way up.
I love it.
Yeah.
These are fun. Everyone needs one.
It's
like a collection
over the years.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say collecting.
I know, because last year it was the pink, which was darling.
Yeah, those were fun.
I've just wore mine from the last couple of years in the last 2 weeks again. So
yeah, they're fun to recycle and use again. And
Well, I love the store. I feel like I'm in Disneyland or something, right? It's just so fun and unique and great.
It is. They did a great job.
Yeah,
well, amazing. Speaking of fashion.
Yes, fashion. Now is the time to start our fashion show.
Yay!
Okay.
All right.
Look at this cute cowgirl.
I love it.
So this is Josie, And we've got Josie wearing, so she has on an actual pair of men's Wrangler jeans. So it's kind of been a trend
Wow.
for the girls to wear the men's jeans. They're just a really good fit. A little bit higher waisted, which is nice. And then straight leg, so you can cuff them. They just are really, really good.
And usually pants, Western pants are stacked like that. They're longer because when you're a cowboy and you get on your horse, you don't want your floods, you don't want to be floody. And so that's why the style is for them to be stacked.
I love
Thank you,
their shoes,
Angela.
of
Very
course.
true.
Good.
Yeah,
My favorite thing is her shirt is oversized. I'm obsessed with oversized stuff.
Oversized graphic, very, very, very in. And then she does have it kind of tucked up in, so it's not overwhelming on her. And then her shoes are actually an Ariat, really comfy, casual. And then her bag, we should highlight the bag for sure because that is a custom Ream's Western Outfitters bag.
What?
We had a guy make those for us.
that cowhide?
It is cowhide, all leather, and they're just so fun.
They're darling.
So cute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
What about the hat?
Non-original.
Oh, yes.
And then she has on a silver belly. And you'll
belly.
learn a whole bunch about hats here in a minute, but it goes perfect with her outfit.
I think that color would go perfect with everything.
It does.
That would be a
it's
good
a very
summertime
pretty,
hat, too.
very pretty color.
You look awesome.
Yes,
You do.
Gorgeous
You
girl,
look
great
darling.
outfit. Thank you.
Thanks,
the rodeo.
Jokes.
The belt's cute too.
Yes.
I don't know if we talked about that, but the belt
did
is
it?
darling.
I
Is this
know, I
our
should've-
hat shaper?
This is our hat shaper,
Oh my
Justin.
goodness. Hi, Justin.
Justin got voluntold that he was modeling today.
We love that.
My kids get that.
That was his term, and we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
It's good. I'm gonna use that a lot.
No kicking and screaming.
So Justin has on a panhandle shirt, which is, I wish you could feel the material
Okay.
through the camera because it's really, really light, kind of like silky. Cliff calls them the fishing shirt. So it's kind of that vented, really, really nice. So on these really hot days, it's
perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Pearl snap, really, really, really,
good
really
looking.
fun and trendy. He's wearing Ariat jeans, and then
The belt buckle.
And
Is
his
that a
belt
rocking
buckle is-
horse?
I know.
Yeah,
Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a cat.
it's a rocking horse. So that is
It's a rocking horse.
Cliff's brand. That is Cliff's brand on his, family brand on his belt buckle.
Is it rocking horse? Okay.
that is really cool.
Very personal.
So
cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And then did you shape this hat?
I did.
He did shape
of
this.
course.
hat.
It looks
good.
professional.
That's really
And
good.
what type of hat is it?
It's a resistol.
Cool. Really cool.
What about the boots?
So Justin's boots are a new to us brand. They're by Hire, and they're really, really awesome. If you ever get a chance to look them up on YouTube, you should follow their story. It's crazy, crazy interesting. We
Okay.
probably don't have time for the whole story.
Okay.
But
We'll check that
they
out.
are like amazing. They're made so well. It's crazy.
They look almost velvety soft.
They
like
are.
suede.
Yeah,
they
so they're like a
very,
rough
very-
out. So
love
black
that.
rough
Okay.
out. They're awesome. So
Love it. Love the
We're
look.
excited
Yep,
to chat
good
with you in a
look.
couple minutes.
Yes, thanks so
Justin.
much.
last we have Scarlett.
Oh my gosh.
Scarlett's got a little bit different look on. So this jean that she
All
has
of it.
on, aren't they so cute?
Yes.
I love the stitching.
So
on the pants.
this is an Ariat fashion jean.
Okay.
I love the stitching down the front. I feel like it's so flattering. And then
Let's have you turn
she
right
has,
there.
there you go. And then she's just paired it with a denim top. If you want to spin around, Scarlett, so
Yes,
you can
that's
see the
the
back.
best
And move your
Move your
phone.
hair for just a minute to the side.
Oh, yes.
The graphic on the back,
Cute.
back of that
Love,
denim
love.
shirt is so cute, and it just goes so well with those cute cream-colored jeans. The
I
jean
love the
is,
jeans.
Yeah.
yes, they're so
Yes.
cute. Huh? The trouser bottom is so fun. And then she has on a Macy Beam boot. It is a caiman print.
So it's like textured.
Textured, really, really cute. It's probably one of our top-selling ladies' boots in this store,
Lift
and it
up your
has been
hand
for
and
a
let's
while.
see what that. But
Oh,
that is
so
Perfect.
cute.
It's cute.
Love, love, love.
Would you call that a square toe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, white square toe. which is still the trend. We've seen some round come back, but not fully yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about accessories? Your own or the stores?
And then
earrings.
her earrings are her own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they look perfect.
Thank you.
Get those in the store.
Yes, definitely. Her necklace is from silverj.com, which is Scarlett's sister.
Okay.
She does an amazing job, so you should check her out as well.
Custom. Lovely. Okay.
Cool.
Love it.
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
Thanks,
Thank
Scarlett.
you.
Thanks, Emma.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fun.
I hope you stay super busy all month.
I think we will.
Well, and next month, because then it's back to school shopping.
It is back to school.
And then it's
county fair.
Christmas.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, and county fairs.
It
You're
is
not
fair,
never
Like
done.
right after,
Yes.
and then back to school. So yeah, we
You're-
stay pretty busy.
Okay,
for
so
the next
ladies,
minute.
we need to see what she drinks. Drop off a Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Dr.
Yeah, we
Pepper.
do. We owe you.
regular.
all the things.
All the things.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah,
Love it.
thanks for coming.
Thanks, Emma.
This is
Thank
super
you.
fun.
What's the life of a rodeo queen like? Well, let's find out. Welcome Dally Holyoke, the 2024 Fiesta Days Rodeo Queen, to the program.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
I
thanks
love
for
how
joining us.
sparkly you look.
Yeah, you look
you.
beautiful.
I know, we're just
And not
in
just
awe.
your outfit. You're so gorgeous.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm so excited.
I was going to say, Dally, you had a little bit of a ride. Where are you coming from this
So
evening?
I live in St. George, Utah, so I'm about 3 hours south from here.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone in Utah or out of the state can actually compete for the Miss Fiesta Days?
Yes, so you have to be a Utah resident to compete for
Oh.
Fiesta Days. So anybody in the state of Utah is allowed to compete.
Okay.
Even if you maybe be going to school in Wyoming, Idaho, as long as you have a residence here in Utah, you are welcome to compete.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
So anywhere around town?
Yep.
Okay, well, around the state.
Yes.
So how long have you been riding horses, from the time you were a baby, or what's your journey?
Yeah, I like to say that I was born on the back of a horse.
Yeah, I was
but-
just going to say,
Yeah.
she's born on the back of the horse, grabbed a hold of the tail.
Yep, and I just went. No, so I grew up around my horses my whole life, but it took me until about the age of 8 to really figure out that was what I wanted to do and to get competitive with it. Was when I first started queening, getting into my rodeo events, and it has never stopped since then.
Oh, well, you're gorgeous. You were made for it.
Thank you.
So what other rodeo events?
So outside of my queen stuff, I love to run barrels. I also breakaway rope, which is now newly added to PRCA, so I'm so excited to kind of get to.
Awesome.
Which is what? Explain it.
So breakaway is going to be a lot like your calf roping for the boys, except for our rope is tied to our saddle horn. So we're going to rope a calf. As soon as we pull our rope back, you're going to stop your horse as fast as you can. That rope is then going to kind of tighten a little bit around that calf and then snap off your horn, which then gives you the fastest time. A lot of girls can make a lot of money in about 2.1 seconds, 1.5 seconds. It's a quick event.
No way.
Did they do
Oh, yeah.
to the 100th second? I mean, is it that competitive
I've
yet?
never seen it under a second,
Because
but
that's like barrel racing, right? I mean, you're
Yes.
just like, they have to do to the 100th
Oh, yeah.
second.
you can have times that are so close that it's
They have to
yeah,
go. Okay.
You are down to tenths to thousandths of seconds between each girl.
Wow. I feel like you should be announcer. The way you just rattled that off, right? It was beautiful.
I love actually announcing rodeos. I had the opportunity to announce a rodeo just last November for high school, and I loved it. I definitely would keep going if I could.
You need to.
Yeah. So
definitely
maybe you need to go into some media work.
Possibly.
Maybe
So
some rodeo
you
love
have a
to.
job outside of this
Yes.
volunteer gig. Tell us about that.
Yes, so when I'm not busy on the rodeo trail being a queen, I am a master esthetician. So I work right now at the Skin Institute as a student spa coordinator, but I do take some clients outside of that. So I just get to help people feel comfortable in their skin, and it kind of ties into my rodeo queening because I love to make people feel confident in themselves, and that's kind of my platform as a rodeo queen. Make you feel confident in who you are and be yourself no matter what. Don't let the stereotype of this world change who you are. So I get to tie my career as an esthetician into my career as a rodeo queen.
Oh my goodness. So you're on the road a lot. You're going to school. You're going to all these different rodeos. So how many rodeos this summer?
Oh my gosh, too many to count. I hit about 2 a week, so it changes. Since May, I have not been home for more than 4 days.
Oh my goodness.
So we're kind of crazy busy. It's a new rodeo every single week.
So do you pull your own horse?
Depends. Most of the time I do. I get really lucky and I have some wonderful friends that are willing to let me borrow some if I need to. But for the most part, I do take my own.
And what's your horse's name?
So I kind of rotate. We've got 5, but my one that goes with me most of the time, her name is Callie. She's my go-to, just do it all. She is my sweetheart. Yes. It gets really confusing. I never know if somebody's calling my horse or me. It gets a little confusing at times.
Yes. Does she do well on the parades or in the arena? Which one does she do better with crowds?
She likes the arena a little bit more, so I also rope on her as well. So she tends to like to follow cows, but she will do parades. So I do anything on her. We do buzz runs, I carry flags, parades. She's kind of if I need a horse to just do something, I can take her and she'll be just great.
Wow.
In our last couple minutes with you, will you tell our viewers a little bit about the day when you actually compete to win this crown?
It's a very busy day, but this year I had the opportunity to compete with 4 other girls who have become my best friends since. I've had the opportunity to travel outside of Fiesta Days and see some of those girls that I competed with. So we start the morning off with horsemanship. So it's kind of like a beauty pageant, except for our talent is horses. So I have a horse trained to do certain maneuvers, and we go in, we show how well we can ride and our horsemanship skills, as well as showing off our horse. Once we're done with that, we'll head into the indoor portion where we can do our public speaking, interviews. So we have about a 10-minute interview with the judges individually. We do extemporaneous speeches, so I'm given 10 minutes to pick between 6 different topics, hurry and write a 2-minute speech and go present it. I love doing it. This was my first time getting to do it this year. I loved it. It was my favorite thing ever.
Definitely.
And obviously you nailed it. I mean,
I sure tried. Yeah. So we do that. We've got on stage modeling. You also have an impromptu question.
Yours truly. I get to do
We
that.
did get to do a fun little interview with Stacy, which was so fun. I felt like it kept things relaxed the whole time. The contest for Fiesta Days, even though you're still in a queen contest setting, it's so relaxed, so calming. Everybody there is just wonderful, that I never felt nervous or that I was in this queen setting where I had to be kind of frantic, like, oh my goodness. I just felt so relaxed the whole day, and it was so much fun. I really would recommend this contest to any girl that wanted to do it.
But you really believe in what you're saying, being comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
You do that for yourself,
Yes.
I think. I can see that.
Thank
and I
you.
think that's what the judges can see too, which
Yeah.
is really a big compliment to you.
I do try and portray that as best as possible, is that I'm just confident in who I am and that I love to share that with other people, and I love to talk about rodeo and inspire people and help educate them as best I can. So it helps with my rodeo queening and my career.
I want to know more about your horse riding, or what's the most difficult part of that, of being with horses, and because they can be trained, but
Yes.
sometimes they're unpredictable. And have you ever had
Yes.
a situation like that?
They do have a mind of their own. They are 1,200-pound animals. They can do what they want when they want. So one of the hardest parts, I think, that most people struggle with getting into horses is that each horse is so different. Your barrel horse is going to be completely different than your rodeo queen horse. So you have to learn how to balance and get to know their personality, because you change your riding style depending on your horse you're on. My reining horse, I ride completely different than I do my rope and my barrel horse. They all just are so different, and they have different cues. So that tends to be the hardest part when learning how to ride. I've been very grateful to have the opportunity to travel and try new horses out and have great friends that let me borrow horses. That's taught me to just be able to
'cause
handle
that's-
anything.
That's tricky. That'll help you in parenting too, right? Because every kid has to be
It's
parented
different, yes.
different, right?
Good point.
Learning life skills with my horses, they're like my
Yes.
children.
Absolutely.
Is there different reins and different saddles that you use for the different events?
So my barrel saddle is going to be a little bit higher. It's going to keep me in my seat a little bit more, kind of help me stay forward. Where my queen saddle is going to be a little bit bigger. The back of it's going to be lower, so that when I go to do certain maneuvers, I can really sit with my horse and get her to do what she wants. You do have different reins, so you've got just solid pieces that'll connect from side to side, or you've got what's called split reins. So that's where you'll mostly find it on reining horses, show horses. So
That's
one rein,
two different, right?
slides over, and you've got another piece of leather that connects. So you're kind of having to hold 2 pieces of leather at once to maneuver your horse.
And do most of them do neck reining, or do you have to do like plow reining?
It kind of depends on the horse. So like my reining horse is strictly feet. If you start pulling on her face, she can get a little mad. But my barrel horse is very handsy. So you kind of have to just learn which horse does
really
what.
Adjust. That's a skill, because it changes, and especially if you're
Yes.
borrowing horses from friends, that it takes a minute to okay, well, how are they gonna?
Yes.
Do they stop right quick, or are
Do
they
I?
more slower?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had I always try and take a few minutes before I get going, just about a minute or two, kind of get a feel for the horse, let him feel what I'm like, because each rider is very different. I ride different than some of my friends do, so I always take about 1 to 2 minutes, let the horse get to know me, I get to know the horse, and then we're good to go.
I was thinking you'd need 1 or 2 hours. No. Just for a minute or two, we get to know each other.
Take me 2 minutes to get on there and just like, okay.
Get a feel for him.
Yep.
Well, grooming the horses and grooming yourself. I mean, what time does your day start? Do you sleep?
No, we run on no sleep, but it kind of depends on my event. So if I have something early in the morning, I typically take myself about 2 hours is what I give myself to get myself ready, and then about an hour to get my horse ready, because she needs to look just as good or even better than I do. So I give myself about 3 hours prior to go time to get all me and her ready to go.
Do you get to bedazzle your horse? Like,
Sometimes.
what kind of fun things do you get to put on your horse?
So this last weekend I was up in Oakley at the Oakley Rodeo and Parade. So it was 4th of July week. We got to be a little festive. So we actually took some tinsel and I wrapped it around the center of my saddle. So she had tinsel all down her. I get sparkly glitter and I put it all over her feet. So I get to just kind of go all out.
See?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I'm sparkly. My horse is sparkly. We're just a bunch of glitter.
Yeah. I think that's so cute. I've never known that.
It's every little girl's dream.
Oh, yeah.
Probably when you ride down there, like, that's a real princess right
My
there.
favorite comment is, look at her feet, she's got red slippers on, she's got red feet, they're glittery. And I'm like, yes, she is. My horse is the star of the show.
You can just tell you love this. It's so fun to visit with you about this.
I truly do love rodeo, and that's why I became a queen, was that I get the opportunity to do this as a job, and I don't think people realize that is this isn't just a hobby, it is my full-time job. And I get to go around to any rodeo interviews, anywhere I possibly can, and just talk about rodeo and horses all day long. It is my favorite thing to do.
Awesome.
Thank you for making the time for us.
Yes.
Of course, anytime.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
An important part of getting the right cowboy hat is getting it shaped right for your head. Let's meet Justin Brimhall, the hat shaper here at Ream's Western Wear, and sometimes model.
Good job over there, by the way.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yep. 2 jobs, you're hired.
Okay.
So we saw the modeling gig, which is fabulous. Tell us about what else you're doing here.
Well, here we shape the hats. We have a couple different styles, like an open crown. Some of them come pre-shaped, but
What's an
basically,
open crown?
an open
Educate us.
crown is just a rounded top, kind of like this one that I'm going to be shaping.
Okay.
Oh
Basically
yeah,
just-
because you can see the other one over there that it has.
But are you going to change
So it
that
starts like-
from this
right?
to this?
I actually built that hat earlier out of this hat. So,
Really?
So is this how they come?
sometimes a lot of them come pre-shaped, like this one here and that one there. But
Okay. And then you can play around with them and create the look.
So did you start out with pottery and then move to hat shaping?
Nope, hat shaping was actually new to me until about a year ago.
Really?
But, yeah, I picked it up quick, and now it's my favorite thing to do.
So what got you wanting to do it?
Well, I kind of grew up Western, wearing cowboy hats, so
Yeah.
it just kind of came naturally to me. And
You had a few hats messed up and you're like, I've got to fix this.
yeah, I ruined my own before I started.
We all do
shaping
that.
for other
We all do
people.
that.
Yeah.
You need a few mistakes, right?
Justin, what about if we have a hat, like I'm guessing after 4 or 5 years, we probably want to bring it in to have it freshened up?
A lot of the times, yeah, the heat, the sunshine, moisture, it'll kind of cause warps and bends in your hat.
Okay.
So a lot of people come in with hats that are twisted. You just hit them with a little steam, shape them back up, and good as new.
Wow. I
Hit
did
him with
not
a
know
little
that.
steam. He makes it sound so easy.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Does
are
that
you,
work with kids? That's what I'm helping. Just hit 'em
I
with
do a lot
little-
of kids' hats. Yeah.
okay, so are you going to demonstrate?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see how
we
this.
can put a crown in this one and a different brim. So with this one, I'll do probably a block style crown, kind of like that. I'll put my own little personal spin on it, and then
Okay.
we'll shape the sides.
Wow.
So I think this is like mostly a traditional style, right? Or
Traditional
shape.
would be more like a cattleman's,
Okay.
kind of with just like the 2 ridges that you see.
Okay.
A block crown's more my personal style, so
Okay.
that's why I chose that
So are
one.
there trends in hat shaping? Okay. Oh, that's
So usually you want to pick a center on the crown, and then you'll kind of put a shape in it like that. Bring the sides out, kind of give it that square look.
my good facials too.
I know.
Steam our pores.
And you don't have to wear gloves.
Nope.
Have you ever burnt your hands?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Part of the gig.
It's very hot and steamy.
So does
So
it?
that's kind of more of a typical
Okay.
Oh my
square
goodness.
crown right there.
That's awesome.
You just
So
did
does
that
it-
quick. Wow.
And is it different with different? Obviously, that's a different fabric than what this is.
Yeah, straw hats are a little more difficult to shape on the crown, but not that bad.
And you still need to steam the straw hat as well?
That kind of loosens up the fibers and it kind of loosens up
Okay.
the stiffening agents in the felt. And
And then how will it really stay like that?
That's what I was going to say. So just one steam,
Really?
one good steam, and then it just shaped, done.
yep, you just steam it enough to kind of make it pliable, put your shape in it, and then once the moisture comes out of the felt, it kind of just goes back to how it is.
Oh my heck.
Interesting.
So are you here all the time?
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay. So people don't need to make an appointment.
Nope, just
They
bring
can
it
just
on
swing
in.
by. Okay. I like that.
So I noticed that you're putting them all back on a stand. I know growing up I would get in trouble if I tried to put mine down on something flat. What is
Yeah.
there something to that?
Yeah, so if you sit it
Okay.
down like this, it'll kind of mess up the shape. Sometimes it'll flatten out the front if you have it more tipped down. So usually if
So
you don't have a
usually the other
stand,
way. Yep.
set it
Okay.
on the crown.
Good lesson
Yeah,
learned.
that's a good way. Like I have 3 hats and I kind of store them in a box,
A box is a good way to store them too.
upside down, scrunched together. Is that maybe why my hats are out of
You don't have to be
shape?
fancy hat boxes.
And it's
That's
all
why we
personal
need to bring them
preference.
down
Yeah.
and have them.
So you're saying it's okay to just set them flat
Just right on the crown like that.
like
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, better than putting them the other way.
Gotcha.
So do you
Ruin
have
your
a hat
crown.
collection?
I do, yeah.
How many?
Oh, I don't know,
gosh.
probably 8 or 10.
Oh. And do you prefer, is this called a felt
Yeah, this one's a felt
or a straw?
and a straw.
Do you
Which
guys
do you prefer?
I prefer felt.
Okay.
I mostly have felt hats.
do you
Couple
ever do
straws,
beaver?
but- Yeah, beavers are the best ones to shape. They're
Why
easier.
is that?
A lot of the wool blend ones, sometimes if you're like shaping the sides, they'll kind of crack and separate, and the wool doesn't hold together very well. But
Beavers.
So is beaver the high end of
Yes.
hats?
oh yeah,
Oh yes. Okay.
Angela knows all about this cowboy.
So what are the
industry.
price ranges usually for the hats?
your wool blends will usually be a little bit cheaper, and they'll go anywhere to $2,000.
In this store?
Goodness.
Well, I think the one in this store is 1,000.
Wow,
Really?
We need that. We need that hat. Let's wear
What?
it in closing.
Oh,
Let's shape it.
wow. Well, these are beautiful.
What makes
Yes,
what
that's-
makes some more expensive than others for the wool blend?
So the wool blend is usually cheaper to get. The beaver pelt's more expensive.
Right.
And a lot of it's the quality of the hat. So the more time that you take, like sanding it down and making the pelt more soft and, I don't know, I guess just better.
Okay.
Beaver's a higher quality than wool.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay. What about hat sizes? Is there a proper way to have your head sized?
There is. A lot
Okay.
of custom hat makers have their own tools that they put on your head and get your
Okay.
exact head shape and size.
Okay.
And then they'll fit your head from there.
And then the proper way to wear a cowboy hat. Up, down, your preference.
Personal preference, I tell most people on your brow bone. You'll
Okay.
find your brow bone. You want the bottom of your hat right on the brow bone.
Nice and snug.
Okay, and if you start getting a headache, does that mean you're not a true cowgirl or does it mean your head is too big?
Or
Well,
your hat is too small.
Yes.
yeah. It depends on the hat, honestly. A lot of them come in a long oval shape, but sometimes you'll get some that are more round. That's why I usually recommend a custom hat, because they go right to your perfect head shape and it just fits like a glove.
I guess I haven't found the perfect hat.
Okay,
They're
so-
just cute.
Can you adjust this part then, or not really with the steaming?
Yeah, you can.
You
a lot
can,
of people
a
that
little
come
bit.
in with a long oval head and they'll have like a circular cat shape. I'll usually just pump a little steam on it, put it on their head, and then go around it like that and just kind of fit it to their
I
head.
need to come
That's a
back.
good idea. I think that's probably an issue for some people. Yeah.
Now, do you guys have a lot of hat accessories?
Yeah, we have hat bands right back here, and then like you guys
So
mentioned
cute.
earlier,
And there's
toothpicks in
the
the
cowboy
back.
toothpick.
That is a cowboy
Do
toothpick.
they sell them here, or you just found them?
I don't think we sell them here, but
But when you can find them, get yourself a cowboy toothpick.
Really?
Are they lucky? What's
Well,
to that?
helpful?
What's the
I haven't
story?
noticed a difference in the look of my
Okay.
life, but they sure look cool on my hat.
They're just cool. It's just a cool accessory.
Okay, I would also imagine that straw hats are pretty popular now because it's summertime. Your hat looks like it could be hot.
Oh yeah.
So is it more, your preference again, or is it seasonal?
Well, I got cursed with a head shape for felt hats,
Okay.
so I wear a felt year-round, but
Okay.
a lot of people prefer straw in the summertime.
Perfect.
Good to know. Okay,
This has been cool.
I want to ask one final question. What's your favorite thing about Fiesta Days?
My favorite thing about Fiesta Days is I shape a ton of hats.
There we go. And models.
And modeling, huh?
Modeling is definitely high on the
Dream
list.
of mine.
Oh, well, thanks, Justin. This was
Yeah.
very informative.
Yeah,
You
thank
bet.
you.
Okay.
So this is the $1,000 hat. Oh. This is a 100X Saratelli. It's mostly beaver, and as you can tell, it's a very nice looking hat.
Yeah, it is.
And if you feel that,
Ooh,
I'm
that's
afraid
nice.
to
That's
touch
most
it.
of the beaver
Is this the
pelt.
one that Urban Cowboy wore?
Cowboy.
You knew the difference between the beaver
Yes.
and the
Oh,
wool.
yeah.
Yep.
Go, Angela.
and this one's a 6X, which is a little less beaver, a little more rabbit, I think.
Okay.
So this one,
Now that is
rabbit
really
and beaver?
soft.
Interesting.
Really soft. $1,000 hat. Can I even hold it?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Put it on, Ange.
Should I put it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully it fits my head.
Oh, you put it on backwards. Just kidding. I don't know if you did.
That was backwards.
It is backwards.
There we go.
All right.
Wow. Look at
she's a
$1,000 cowgirl.
Cowgirl,
Sign
right?
her up for some mutton busting.
And it fits perfect, so must have been size to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Okay, music fans, we've got Whitney Lusk in the building.
Yes. Thanks for having me back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I love it here.
You're just like a regular for Fiesta Days filming.
I appreciate it.
I think
love
we're going to be
being
10
regular.
years in, and we're going to be at Ream's, have Whitney Lusk.
Yes.
And we're going to have to fly her in from New York or
gonna be asking for
Nashville.
this,
Yes, She's doing a
Dream
worldwide
big.
tour.
I love it.
How busy
Huge.
is your summer, Whit?
It's really busy.
Tell us about where you're going to be.
I've been playing shows all over. We've had a couple in Wyoming and Idaho. I have a bunch more in like southern Utah in August and doing the county fair. So
Okay.
we're all over the place. I've done some in Nashville. It's been good.
How was
It's been good
Nashville?
years.
Awesome.
It's great. Yeah, I love Nashville.
You were there in the spring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I haven't had time to go back.
Was it scary or just exciting?
It's exciting because everybody there is so receptive to new music. So they're just like, yeah, you rock.
Yeah.
And did you just play in one of the little...
Yeah, so I did some writers rounds and then I did like an artist showcase with a full band, which was really fun. That was my first full band thing in Nashville.
So when you go, do you just like hole up there for a couple of weeks? Is it a week? Is it a weekend?
It's usually a week, and I'll try and get in as many co-writes as I can, as many like shows and stuff. So I stay busy. It's fun.
I'm sure that you do.
Explain
Wow.
to us what a co-write is.
It's when, let's say you wanted to write a song and I want to write a song. That's co-write. We both write and we both contribute. Yeah. So a lot of times somebody who's really good with lyrics will be paired up with someone who's really good with music.
So they can get the flow, the right tone of the feeling and stuff.
The song, one of the songs I'm going to play today, the girl I wrote with was actually a producer mainly. So she did the whole production on it and she kind of came up with some of the melodical things, which was really cool. So we got to have a demo when I left the writing session, which is not common. Usually it's just like get a little work tape on your phone.
Yeah. Wow.
So then do both of you get to take that song?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, so you usually split the writing, like the publishing royalties 50-50, unless there's more than two people. But,
Okay.
yeah, it's a whole thing.
I was gonna say, do you have a manager, or are you doing everything?
I do it all.
But you
This
learn a
is
lot.
where we step.
You learn a
Yes.
lot doing it all.
Yes. I was watching the Elvis movie the other day. This is random, and in it, somebody tells him, "You can't. If you don't do the business will do you," or something like that. And I was like, "That's so true."
Yeah, true. I feel like you have to have hands.
You gotta learn all of it.
and go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then bring in people that you trust.
Exactly. Then build your team.
Yeah.
Build your team, but then you can go over to your team and check on how they're
Yes,
doing.
exactly. Are you doing it right?
Yeah.
But I
So.
feel like you're you're getting there, Wet. Like,
I'm getting there.
crazy. You are. You're growing, and I think it's so cool to watch your ride.
Thanks.
Really cool.
So then this song that you're going to sing called All of My Girls.
Yes.
Tell us just a little bit about it before you play it.
Well, I think that my whole life I've had different friendships that have served different purposes, and I've had so many girlfriends throughout my life who have played a role, and even now I have different groups of friends that fill my cup in different ways. So I just wanted to write a song dedicated to them. So I wrote this one.
Love that.
Well, we've all heard it and absolutely love it, so we
thank
can't wait for you to share it with our viewers.
Thanks. Hey Avery, remember that time you were hiding by the creek when I kissed that first boy of mine? Years later, nothing seemed to change. We're still the same girls, just with different last names. And hey Haley, I know we don't talk, but you found me at the right time when I was feeling lost. Those memories, laugh until we cried. Back then I really thought that you were my ride or die. But there must be a reason that you only stay for a season. To all of the girls who sat in my corner, you gave me a shoulder that I could cry on. To all of the girls who gave me my best days, loved me through mistakes when I was wrong. No matter the time, no matter the distance, no matter the terms we're on, I'm with you. To all of my girls. Hey Morgan, we're not long off 25. Even with you miles away, we still talk every night. And hey Katie, no, it's all fun and games, but you're someone I can call when the storm clouds rain. To all of the girls who sat in my corner, who gave me a shoulder that I could cry on. To all of the girls who gave me my best days, loved me through mistakes when I was wrong. No matter the time, no matter the distance, no matter the terms we're on, I'm with you. To all of my girls. But there must be a reason they only stay for a season. The good ones come and go, but I'll be here for it all. To all of the girls who sat in my corner, who gave me a shoulder that I could cry on. To all of the girls who gave me my best days, loved me through mistakes when I was wrong. No matter the time, no matter the distance, no matter the terms we're on, I'm with you. To all of my girls, oh, to all of my girls.
Love it. Girls.
Yes.
Thinking
Love
of
that
you guys. I love that. There's so many songs about like relationships, but men and women, and I love that you've tied it back to friends.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I have a question about this.
Yes.
Are those real names of your girlfriends, or do they just sound good in the song?
Only one of them is real, but I changed. All the other ones are very similar.
Okay.
But I was like, I don't think I can keep them the same.
Yeah.
That's good.
And do you FaceTime with some of them often?
Yeah, so Morgan, I
Okay.
talk to her like all the time.
Okay.
And then we Snapchat like every day. And then Katie is 3 friends combined because I couldn't. And I see them all the time. So
I love it.
Cute. I love
it's
that.
fun.
Yeah.
And then you just did the music video, and is that out and
Yes,
about? Okay.
it's on YouTube. You can find it there. Go give it a watch.
There were
Okay,
some
yep.
familiar
So cool.
faces, right?
Yeah, there was.
And familiar spots. Yeah.
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 How cool.
And then you have one other song.
If I can.
Yeah, if Pete's got
Okay.
a thumbs up.
I've never played this one, like ever. So,
Wow. Yay.
but I wrote it about a road here in town that I was pretty much raised on. So, it's called River Bottoms Road.
Oh, woo!
River Bottoms Road is where we'd go, dodging potholes, never going too slow. We'd drive up and down that road till the sun went down on us. We'd open that farmer's gate, sneak to where we weren't supposed to be. When he turned his porch lights on, man, he should have seen us run. Like a bullet out of a gun, acting like outlaws on the run, paying no mind to the voices telling us no. When you're young, they say you're dumb, but we were just trying to find some fun. Those are the days I never wanted to let go. On River Bottoms Road, that river right off the shoulder, I ain't ever felt nothing colder. But that rope swing, man, we couldn't resist. So we'd slip back into our clothing when that summer breeze would start blowing, thinking life don't get better than this. Like a bullet out of a gun, acting like outlaws on the run, paying no mind to the voices telling us no. When you're young, they say you're dumb, but we were just trying to find some fun. Those are the days I never wanted to let go. On River Bottoms Road. And if a road could talk, I bet he'd probably say a lot. 'Cause when I'm driving it again, I go back to when we were like a bullet out of a gun, acting like outlaws on the run, paying no mind to the voices telling us no. When you're young, they say you're dumb, but we were just trying to find some fun. Those are the days I never wanted to let go. On River Bottoms Road. River Bottoms Road. River Bottoms Road.
That is going straight to #1 on the charts, and you're #1 to us.
Thank you,
Thank you so
baby.
much.
We'll see you next year.
Yes, I'll be here.
Where we are sitting right now is literally just a couple of parking spaces from the rodeo arena. So let's talk rodeo. Welcome Steve Adams from the Diamond Fork Riding Club.
Welcome.
I like him already. He's given me the ottoman so that my short legs fit.
She needed to sit back in the chair. Feet didn't touch the ground, so
Right?
give her an
2 for
ottoman.
1.
Well, you never stop preparing, but this is like Christmas in July, right?
It is. It is. Yeah, we start preparing right after the end of the rodeo the following year.
Right.
The other years, and it's a really good event, and because of all the help that we get from the riding club and the city and a lot of other volunteers, it's one of the top rodeos.
Absolutely.
And if you want to talk top rodeos, it's one of the top 10 payout rodeos in the nation.
Well,
So-
yeah, and the cowboys love it, not just for the payout, but they say Spanish Fork does the best job of taking care of them.
Yeah, we do. We feed them breakfast, we feed them dinner while they're here, and then what also brings them here is the 2 other rodeos in this state that are going on at the same time. So the cowboys can do one stop and hit 3 rodeos and get 3 payouts, and we're one of the higher payouting rodeos. So it's a good event to
No
have.
wonder they all love to come here, because that would be
Yeah.
nice. If you're pulling all those animals, spending that kind of money to hit 3 rodeos
Yeah.
in a week.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It really is, and you know they spend a lot of time on the road, and if you think about going, you know, 600 miles from one rodeo to another, or 50 miles from one rodeo to another, it makes sense on the animals, on your equipment, on your body, and definitely on your pocketbook.
So I want to hear about how does that week look for you guys?
Oh, it's super busy. We have all kinds of events going on. We get not only the rodeo itself, but there's slack before and after.
And explain what slack is.
So slack is, there's only so much time during the rodeo that you can have the cowboys do their event. And so you can only pick, say, 10 or 15 cowboys to rope, but there's 30 or 40 cowboys here that want to rope. So the slack, or those that don't get to go in the main show, will do their event at another time other than the time of the rodeo.
So like in the morning, they're out there in the arena?
Yeah, 10 o'clock on every day except for the 24th, and on Saturday this year, that's Extreme Bulls. And so every day,
so they're competing, even though
for
there's
the same,
not a big crowd.
Right.
Okay.
It's a great show. It's free.
So anyone can go to that?
Anybody can go there, sit in the shade, bring your soda.
We should like start selling slack tickets for
Slack tickets. Yeah.
Let's talk
thinking.
I'm saying for free. Do they win a prize, the slack?
Oh yeah, they're competing for the same money.
Oh my goodness.
So I would have guessed that during slack, they're the ones who, okay, you won, or you went up to the next spot, and whoever did the best that day now goes out at night.
Goes to the show. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because otherwise that would be, you'd be more nervous if you don't have to compete with the crowd. Someone doesn't have to compete, and then somebody else does with the crowd.
So
I don't know.
the best of the slack goes out at night.
Yeah,
Okay.
typically, you know, there's some modifications in the event that say that cowboy needed to have both of them at this time because he's going to be in the rodeo in Salt Lake.
Oh, okay.
So you know, there's some concessions that they will make, but typically, if you win the slack, then they want you in the show.
Okay.
So you're doing slack events?
Yeah, and the slack events, as far as the 10 o'clock show, are the tie down roping and the team roping, and then after the show there is another slack, and that's for the ladies to do barrels. And you can, if you stayed in your seat just a little bit longer, you'd see 15, 20 girls running the barrels. And
okay, so does that go to mid-afternoon?
no,
Or lunch?
no, the 10 does go to noon.
Okay.
Or 1, but the after show for the barrels, it's, you know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
Depending
You're
on how
kind of all day.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a long day.
And then you guys are prepping the arena. What else goes into
prepping the arena comes under Nick Hanks and his staff, Jackson, and there's a couple, 3 others in there that they do a fabulous job. We worked with them just the other night on making sure all the seats were safe and tightening down bolts and nuts and what have you, but they're a good crew, and they are in charge of working the arena with the tractor. And we've actually this rodeo has received the best footing award from the Barrel Racers Association several times over.
That's pretty prestigious, I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah. You really try for that, and you know, it's for the safety of the horse and for the speed of the girl. So it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And I know after the rodeo, you guys just don't say goodnight and go home.
No.
You go meet.
Yeah. Typically, we have and if you want to call it an after-action briefing after, where we try to learn from our mistakes and improve on those things that we need to, and then see what we did well and try to do that again the next time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have another question. Last year, July 25th, 2023, we put the tickets online, and it sold out within a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So now you guys have decided tickets will not go on sale for 2025 until April 2nd at 9 a.m.
Right.
And I already have had someone ask me why that decision. I told her a couple of things, but tell me maybe what really.
And maybe you know better than I, but the things that come to my mind, the things that have been spoken about, the 25th, if it were a couple of years ago when we had the problem, I can't remember what day the 25th was, but it would typically go on right at midnight, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody from the city is working at midnight. Nobody can help them if they had a problem at midnight.
If the system crashes.
If the system crashes, nobody's going to be, they're going to be frustrated. And that could have been on a Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday, they're getting more frustrated. This way, the second, could even start on April Fool's Day if they wanted, right? and sell them then. But on the second, they're going to have all of the IT people here for the city available, can help answer questions, and hopefully if there's an issue, they can address it right then, and hopefully the customer service will be a lot higher and a lot better. And waiting to that time frame, I know that the city's going to push out information saying on Instagram or Facebook or through SFCN that this is your day. Be prepared. 9 o'clock. You don't have to stay up all night and wait for it.
So nice because you want to enjoy the rodeo, and I think that was a tricky part for us too.
Yeah.
We'd sometimes enjoy it so much we'd forget to get on and get our tickets.
Yeah.
Then in the morning I was like, oh, the grandstands are gone.
And I think this last year they did open up at 8 or 9, but it went fast.
Yeah.
I think also when you're planning a year in advance, you don't know your schedule. So a lot of people go in and buy 50 tickets for a family of 8, but they really don't know what nights they're going to go, and then they try and sell them off. So I think by April, most of us know
Have their schedules.
what night
Yeah.
we're going to be.
I think that's wise too. What night will be available?
And then all of our
what's
sponsors,
working.
we need to know, like, okay, who is a sponsor? They get so many tickets, and when you're selling them just the very next day, that was hard to get ahead of who needs what before the public.
Holding those those back for
Well, the
sponsors.
third-party resellers trying to sneak on there too.
Yes.
Yes.
They still will.
And I had somebody ask me in the city about, they felt like, could residents of Spanish Fork have first dibs on buying them? Like, is
Have
that
a
even
code or
possible to
We
do
should,
that?
you know.
We talked about
that's
that at
another
the
thing we
city
should do,
council.
Stacy.
I know. No, we talked
Some
about it.
people
'cause-
that live here are like, I live here and I can't even get tickets to the rodeo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly.
You could use a utility
Tricky.
bill number easily. I just don't know if
can
that's
do it.
the route we want to go yet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's for
And there's
another
a lot
year.
to think about.
There's
there,
still
but-
time to think about it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a hot ticket and number one and one of the top 10 in the nation, right?
Yeah.
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 So-
Yeah.
Rest up, because you're going to get busy real soon.
Yeah, I
Somebody
know.
give him a Coke and some some
There you go,
energy
right?
drink.
Yeah, it better be an energy drink.
And he's going to need one of these when
Yes.
he's done to put his
Yeah.
feet
And
up.
But honestly,
air conditioned room.
although you're saying I will, it's a big
group.
team.
Yeah.
It's a big team. I mean, we've got 50 or 60 active members in the club, and typically we get most of them out to help and do the work, and they're all lifting their share. They're lifting where they stand and making a difference where they are.
What's your favorite part of all of it?
The people. I worked in Spanish for a number of years, and Fiesta Days I loved. It was the hardest time that I worked, but also the best time because I got to see so many people and visit with them, and it's an enjoyable time for everybody. Typically nobody's going around with a scowl on their face.
That's true.
Well, thanks, Steve.
Thank you
The best
so
time
much.
of the year. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you for
You bet.
joining us.
Thank you.
See, we really do love Fiesta Days.
Yes, we do.
Of course we do.
Yes.
How could we not, right?
It just feels like the Christmas of summer to me.
Yeah.
It does.
You know, you need some new clothes.
Uh-huh.
You get to see beautiful girls
Yes.
and hardworking people, and they love it. We love coming together as a crowd, as a city, as a county. I think it's not just the city, but people from all over come.
Connecting with friends.
Yeah.
I really do believe there's a vibe. So even when we were talking about that, like people are drawn to Utah rodeos in particular. Do you think it's because of the excitement of the 4th and the 24th and the pride and just you can really feel the
the energy.
excitement.
Yeah.
It's like a holiday that everyone can pretend to be, right? We get
Yes.
dressed up in
And
something
be patriotic
and be a part
too.
of it.
Like it's both of those things, right? Like patriotism and the American cowboy. and
Throwing
its
it back to the good old
tradition.
days.
It's just awesome.
Yeah, it is.
does. It feels like a day gone by, kind of when you're in that
Yes.
realm of
Yeah.
everything. Kind of
But
like
you
our
get to
shirt.
celebrate it for 2 weeks or 2
3.
weeks.
Right.
Or 3.
Yeah.
Depending on how involved and
Absolutely.
active you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Reams is fabulous. Once
my gosh.
again, hosting
Reams.
us here. I love it so much.
Sponsoring our awesome t-shirts.
Considering
Sitting here on their
vintage
couch.
and looking back on yesteryear.
Yeah. Hopefully, if someone hasn't been here yet, come down and
Yes,
just
it's a
wander
treat for
around.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Darling
Super
and
fun.
fabulous items, right?
Yeah. And just it was so fun listening to Whitney.
I know.
Oh.
I feel like she's our girl.
Uh-huh.
Why do I feel like that?
Yeah, because she's been here several times
Yeah,
even.
she has.
And she just is
just
rising.
doing
She's a
it.
rising star.
We're going to tell her next time to somehow slip one of our names in or something into
We
her
were Katie,
song.
just so everyone knows.
There
We're
you go.
one of
We'll
her
go with
girl-
it.
We need to be one of her girls.
Her River Bottoms road,
Or
though.
That
one
was
of the
awesome.
ones
Yeah.
from the from
Yes,
River Bottoms.
that gave me the chills, and I really connected.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a hit.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun.
The fashions are fun. The hat shaping was so fun.
So cool.
Yes.
Right?
Very
And something-
informative.
And we've learned a little bit of history along the way.
Yeah.
So all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah. And for Dolly, the Fiesta Days Rodeo Queen, to drive 3.5 hours
To see
One
us.
way.
just to visit us.
And she was so
take
put
off.
together.
Yes.
Beautifully eloquent. Like,
Yes,
just
very
a
articulate.
beautiful,
Very well
yeah, beautiful
spoken,
queen.
Super
You
talented.
can tell she loves doing
Yeah.
this.
And Steve, thank you for taking care of the rodeo and,
Yeah.
and bringing
much
us all
work.
this fun. Yeah, it's a ton of work for them.
So what are you guys most looking forward to? As we're filming this, nothing has kicked off yet. We're about to. What are you most looking forward to?
I do love the rodeo.
I was going to say, besides
I really
the rodeo.
do, because you get excited for it, but when you're in the crowd, and I love when they do like the wave and the bull riding, and just you can just feel that. You can feel everyone's energy, and I love it. I love it.
I'm with you, Ange.
And I do want to go get some corn down at the park.
Yes.
And maybe a tri-tip
Oh,
now
yeah.
that we've talked about it. I really do.
What's the twister? What's that?
Texas
Twister.
Twister.
Texas Twister.
Even though I like Diet Coke, I usually have to partake of one of those.
My kids save that stinking boot thing all year long, and they're like, pull the boot out. It's been in my cupboard
Don't we
for
all?
a year.
I have one
I think
too.
we have
I've
a
never
couple of
taken
you.
it back down
Do
again
you?
though.
Oh, we do,
To get
for
a
sure.
refill, never.
The boot
Yes.
cup.
It's just
And
cool.
I'm of course very partial to the parade. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you and Pete.
Yes. So the parade and the
parades.
shopping and the food.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
sidewalk sells.
I love just being down at the sidewalk sales. I feel like that's where you see a lot of people is in the evenings with the food and the sidewalk sales, and then the craft vendors, and then go back behind the Parks and Rec building, old library. And there's so much going on every night.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
fun.
just small community. It feels like that small town.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
USA.
hoping to win it big with the ducks, the duck race.
Oh, are you? Yeah,
You're gonna win.
We're gonna win it big with the
the
ducks.
grand prize is $1,000.
I know.
So good luck.
So what if
Every
they do?
year.
That'd be awesome.
We win it big. We'll put all the kids in there.
We're going
You win
to
it
You're
big.
gonna go buy that hat, Angela. That
I'm gonna
$1,000
buy
hat.
the $1,000 hat if I win it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
We'd love to see you.
Oh, I love it.
Well, I'm sure we'll see each other all around the next
I'm
several
sure
weeks.
we will.
We hope to see all of you guys out there too.
Thanks for being here with us. We hope you've enjoyed the conversation. Now go have a great Fiesta Days.